Hello everyone, it's been a while since I posted a YouTube video, so apologies for anyone who's been following me, but I've been really busy actually working on a port of a physics engine, which is what I just wanted to demonstrate now. So this is Xojo Physics, which is a port of the fairly world famous, I guess, Box2D physics engine, which is used in tons and tons of games, written by a guy called Erin Cato, and this is a direct port of Forge2D, which itself is a port of Box2D. It's taken me a long time to get to this point. I've had a meandering course into getting a physics engine into Xojo that is high performance, but I think I've cracked it. I'm pretty pleased with how this has turned out, and I just wanted to give you a little demonstration of what you can see and do with the engine. So this is a demo app that you can download from the repository and just run it. So if we just get it started, and you can see this is just testing the revolute joint. So we've got these 5 circles at the bottom which are anchored around a revolution, and then a bunch of circles dropping on them and reacting as you might imagine. The demo app lets us turn on and off wireframes. We can draw the joints. You can see the axis aligned bounding boxes. And if you notice the frame rate, this is on a MacBook Pro, an M1 Pro. We're comfortably hidden over 60 frames a second. In fact, it's locked to a maximum of 60 frames a second, so that's pretty encouraging. If we just go through some of the different demos, you can see a whole random selection of circles and boxes falling, and they react as you might imagine, bouncing and knocking into each other. The color changes represent the type of body. So the bodies, as they start to sleep and use no CPU time, go grey. When they're active, these dynamic bodies are pink. The green wire frames around them are static bodies that don't move when they collide. I've got constant volume joints. So this is a type of joint which maintains a fixed volume within a structure. So you can see these kind of blobs, they bounce around. And they try and maintain the same volume within them, even if other structures bounce into them. Distance joints, so things like swinging pendulums. You can see we've got 3 boxes here anchored to a static box each, reacting to physics. This is just another random collection showing that you can have arbitrary polygons as well as boxes and shapes, circles, sorry. And finally, in this app, I can just click to add random polygons or blobs or circles or all sorts and see them react. And you can see that despite all these bodies, we're still hitting 60 frames a second. Interestingly, when I was testing this on my Windows laptop, I develop on a Mac as I mentioned earlier, but on my Windows laptop, the frame rates were not great, and I was a little bit disappointed, thinking, oh man, it's only going to really work on Mac. But then I decided to run the built app on my gaming rig, which the performance was phenomenal actually. I had 300 or 400 bodies colliding all the time, not sleeping, and I was still hitting way over 60 frames a second. So I think Xojo must have done some GPU optimization on Windows, which is really heartening. Anyway, please feel free to visit the repository, the link of which will be in the show notes below, the video notes below. It's all open source, MIT license. I didn't write Box2D, so it's not for me to keep it under wraps, but I did port it. I'd be really grateful if you could show me what you're making with it. And this is just forming part of a project that a game making engine that I'm working on with Xojo, and this will form the backbone of it. So I hope you like it.